I love ya. Greetings, greetings, everyone. I love ya. How's everyone today? Orishala Mofera. Everybody got on their whites. Yes. Orishala Oremio. Obatala Baba Mio. Orishala Mofera. Osuni Mutala. Ochuni Mutala. Mutala. Dide Baba. He dresses in white clothes. He sleeps in white clothes. He wakes up in white clothes. Otinutala Dideo. He walks in white clothes. Open the roads. Open the roads for us. Baba, we ask you, we pray. We say thank you. Adúpẹ́ o Baba. Adúpẹ́ o Baba. Adúpẹ́ o Baba. Ọbàtálá bàbá mi o, Oríṣàlá ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, Ọbàtálá bàbá mi o, Oríṣàlá mo fẹ́ ra o, ẹ̀pà òrìṣà. Oríṣàlá mo fẹ́ mi o, Ọbàtálá bàbá mi o, Oríṣàlá mo fẹ́ ra o. Bàbá. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the power of you, where we are honoring peace, hope, commitment to finding joy and being joy. Celebrating every one of us. We are the children of Obatala. He created our heads, He created us. And then Olodumare said, y'all go to earth and make the difference. Yes. Obatala. So I see y'all know how I feel. I salute the crown of your head to them. Yes, Baba. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. You are my father. You are my friend. Yes, welcome everyone to the power of you. This is Yeyefini, Efunbolade, Iyalode, Yeyefini, Efunbolade, Egbe Bokumi, Orisha Sana, and Oshuni Ohun. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome to the power of you, where we come together every week to find family, group, vibing on the same energy of peace. So today we are celebrating the genius, the brilliance, the strength, the commitment and resilience, dedication and triumph of the ancestors of Akebulan, the land that we call Akebulan. Akebulan, Akebulan. That is what it's known today as Africa, the land of the blacks. We call on the spirits by name and by deed to come join us in this meditation today. We all have on white clothes. We're wearing white clothes in respect and in honor and in tuning into the energy of the reading of the year that says wearing white clothes, coming together in meditation and wearing white clothes is a way for the African in the diaspora, the people of the world, the people of the U.S., and within my own International Institute of African Studies and Knowledge at Yeyefini.com. All of the Odu say white clothes, white cloth to keep us connected to the Obatala in us. The Obatala in us is when you know peace. That's when you become Obatala. So we call the spirit, the name, and the deeds of all of our ancestors. Right now, let's just call our ancestors in. Call your ancestors' name. Yes, call them in. Those that you knew, some that you did not know, call your ancestors right now. Ibai Toro, Ibai Toro. Yes. Take 2 nice cleansing breaths. Breathing in, call them. Breathing out, welcoming them, welcoming them, welcoming them. So we're celebrating today the genius, the brilliance, the strength, the commitment and resilience, dedication, and triumph of the ancestors of ancient Akebulan, what we call Africa. We call on the spirits that the names that we know and those that we do not know. So then the Odu of Odishe and Oshedi, it says that prepare for war. So this is a story of a people who this is speaking of it's a story about long ago, not so far. There were some people who knew everything. They were masters of science. They were masters of archaeology. They were experts in herbology, in farming, in food, in evolution of life. In all of their societies, they was perfectly aligned. And because of this, people will come from different places to trade with them and see them and be jealous. How come y'all have all of this? How come y'all are so fruitful? And so, as the story goes, in Oshedi, it says prepare for war. And so they were supposed to prepare for war. The word came, prepare for war. And they're like, okay. Some did and some did not. Some of the people said, okay, let's prepare for war. Though some says, why should we have to prepare for war? We are perfection. We're called perfection. We have built buildings, structures that will stand the test of time. We know initiations into priesthood, into the ability to write. We invented everything. We were the first creators to make running streams, bathrooms. And so in the story, as it goes, some didn't make a boss, some didn't do rituals and prepare. So Orumila came out and says, look, prepare for war. And so weapons started falling. Some people grabbed it. Some didn't. Another time he came out in the Odu of Oshedi and Odishe in Erine Logum, prepare for war. It says there's money and wealth coming. And those that didn't go out for war, tools that were falling to prepare, they ran out and got the gold and the money and the things and the shiny things, and that was the things that they soaked in, that they believed in. And so as time went on and history went on, many of them, some of them, the brightest ones were captured. Yes, and sent far away to be enslaved. And people plotted against them. Some of those cultures that were so underdeveloped were jealous of them and plotted to destroy them. But remember, some did rituals and some did not. And so when the wars came, the preparation and those that had the weapons, and all of it was not weapons to kill, some was weapons of archaeology and the genius of math, the genius of science. They prepared all those gifts when they felt. Some of them grabbed it, the others did not. They just like, no, we just want money. And so as life and story goes on, I'm taking this from the Apateki of Odishe and Oshedi, of preparing for war. And so in 1894 to 95, groups of these people, European men, gathered in Berlin to attempt to destroying the truth and the evidence and the brilliance of those people, of the people of Al-Kebulan. And by signing a decree where none of the people of Al-Kebulan were present, they cut up and divided the territory that these people knew as their land and what we know today as the land of the blacks of Africa. And so when the Berlin Treaty was written, no one of the African race was present to say, wait, I don't agree. But remember, some did not do a ball, and those were taken and traded and moved and were sent in many places. But the warriors remained, and some of the warriors, their children were born through those who were sent. those who ended up coming to those different places. And so by signing this doctrine of cutting up and dividing the territory we know as Africa, that was the attempt to destroy the memory of those who did their work. The fact that Africa today, in spite of all of the attempts of the deconstruction, it is still is one landmass with the richest land, the most minerals, the best wealth, the most ancient history, the most incredible, reliant, intelligent scientists, raw materials which other masses of land cannot come close to the abundance. And so today, in honor and celebrate the lives, the sacrifice of the ancestors who worked tirelessly, giving us the historical time of evolution of humanity, and to serve as a constant reminder of the force that can never stop because of its ancestral blood and legacy. We cannot be destroyed. In celebration this day, this month of the cycle of Aset, of Olokun Yemonja, the one that is always evolving. Yes, our first mother, the water, change force, and that's who we are. It's constant. It never stops because of the blood and the legacy, the history, the facts, the reality. However, the other people try to destroy. So we celebrate today those whose lives were cut short by intention. Many were by intention or mass brutality. We celebrate them today. Let's celebrate the scholars of the diaspora whose diligence and hard work, male and female scholars we have in the diaspora that kept the truth alive. Those did it all, some didn't. And so we celebrate the hard work and the diligence of the scholars of the diaspora, whose diligence and hard work that prove and supported the fact of our legitimacy as the true descendants of Kemet. Let's honor our ancestors in our community, our homes, our families, known by name or by deed. In compliance with the spiritual forecast of 2026, for the world, the U.S., the diaspora, we will commit to wearing white and meditating globally in our communities, homes, personally or in groups, in your churches, in your synagogues, in your sororities, fraternities. We thank you for being a part of this global mission of the world. I thank you. We thank you that we can create a place where peace is the intention of all of us, and unity is the electromagnetic frequency for us to share in God's love for us. Yes, everybody's feeling the pull for the need for peace and the peace for love. Because the only way you have peace is when you have the opposite, so that you can appreciate what it is that you know your divine self is calling home. Does that make sense? So the monks who are walking as a sign of the importance of discipline, commitment, and love are doing this part. They're doing their part. They didn't just wake up one day and say, let's all go to America. They knew this time was coming when we need to gather in meditation, not in supplication, in claiming peace as the only thing. You be the peace today. Be that peace inside that everybody else can feel, just like anger and rage can be felt. So let us do our parts today with the assurance that we will see a different existence because each one of us is tapping into this meditation. We're meditating today. Each one of us has a power of you. the power of you, the power of you, the power of you. And so when we bring these powers together, let's shine. Let's shine in the love. And so we have the monks, the Buddhist monks that are doing traveling. There's also the Osiris Set community in the Kemetic Legacy. You can go online and look at them. They're doing free meditations of frequency, pulling it another level. The Buddhists are walking and their energy is calling people to come and to cry and says, oh, you represent something that we've needed. People don't even have to say anything. Just the fact that someone is coming with the discipline and the dedication, people are humbled by that. So go online and look at Kemetic Legacy, the organization. It's by Raul Nefer, and they are doing free meditations for us globally to use not only words of powers, but symbols and energies that pulls us and us to the universal power of the divine that lives in us. So this is a Black organization whose roots is Kemetic. So we can do that as well and continue doing it for the entire month of February and do for the entire year. So spiritual vibration is a thing. Everyone is picking it up. So this year, as we shared last week, that this is how we're moving now in the power of you. We're wearing white on Wednesday, claiming our right to be at peace. And our peace is going to turn into love. So as the story goes, some made a vow and some didn't. And those ancestors who made sacrifices, we are their descendants. We are them. We reincarnated. For those of you who read my book, you know my story, my history from my ancestors giving me the fact that we had two ancestors that were on their way into enslavement, and one jumped into water and went back in spirit to Africa, and one stayed here and ended up in Panama, ended up in Jamaica and Barbados, and ended up in Panama, and ended up where I am born now, and my children are born in America. So it's that our ancestors saying, you are here, that in spite of the trying of the destruction when they were pouring down the weapons and the gold, with depending on how it fell in the order of 75, who lived are us. We are those ancestors, reincarnated. I am the same ancestor that came through my ancestors that did not jump in the water. The other one that went, made sure that she went back and reconnected and sending us vibration and power for me to be who I am today, so I can be here speaking to you from a place of knowing that our ancestors live, know that they're not dead, know that our ancestors who built the ancient monasteries and huge buildings that are proof, the lips in Kemet, the noses, no matter how Alexander the Great tried to destroy us, by knocking it off, you cannot kill truth. And so the meditation today, I will chant in the meditation to the words of power of Yemonja Oset, but Olokun, who is the energy. And we're going to visualize ourselves in the map as we know the shape of Africa. We want you to put that as your visualization as I chant. Because Olokun's faculty in our spirit enables us to healing our subconscious. That's who Olokun is. And the aspect of the highest vibration of changing is Olokun. It changes. Olokun Yemonja Oset has the ability of changing our behavior patterns, and it's awakening. So we see it as we see it cut up in parts, but then we see it now today that we are here and we're bringing it back together in this meditation. So in it, I want you to visualize the form of Africa, which is bigger than it is on the map. It is big. It is twice the size of South America. So we are going to visualize the map of Africa, and we're going to see it as one big continent with greenery and grass and animals and vegetation and kings and queens that look like Al-Kabulad. So what was done in 1894, 95, we're not going to see that. We're going to see ourselves as the children whose ancestors did the ritual so that we would be here today. Yes, Aset is the divine energy of healing. And let's commit to seeing us at peace. And as the reading on the diaspora said, coming together, doing things together. And today we are dedicating this meditation to the diaspora. Through the meditation, you're able to heal and change the behavior and the effects of your blood pressure, pain response, stress response, fear, anger, the things that we have had for 4 generations or more, who found ourselves in the enslavement period. But remember that before that, we were whole. There was no Berlin signing up. There were no intentional destruction of one people because of their perfection and proof that we existed, that we were the first in everything. And today, when we see little notes in the newspaper saying the first Black person to invent this or to start this is for us is repetition. It's not the first. Many were doing it and their names were stolen and said it was Rockefeller, or stolen and said it was Henry Ford, or it was us. So honor yourself, your ancestors today as I chant. And we visualize ourselves and see the vibrancy, the green grass and the pulse. Just visualize the pulse of healing, of nurturing, that is nurturing the fear and the anger and the rage, the cruelty that we have suffered by the hands of those who were envious, who were not able to do the same, and who did not know the power in connection rather than comparison. Let's come together as a people. Let's come together from a place of love, of loving each other, loving everyone. And as I was listening to a recording by Raul Nefer, it was so powerful. I never heard this. We as beings are created by God, of course. We know that we are the divine in us. We are God itself. All of us have aspects of God. But the thing that he said, that we are such a gift, human beings, not human beings, because human being is just the flesh. The divine in us was so designed by the Creator that we're the only beings that can smile. I never thought about that. The other beings, like animals, they don't smile. We have the ability to smile. So today, when we are visualizing, we are the anger, rage, the Berlin Conference, that did not exist in our present moment. In our present moment, we are smiling because we are a people who are on the march to accept the only thing that is real, and that is peace, and that is love. Ashe. So I want you to take a minute to visualize yourself, visualize the map, visualize yourself in any way that you want to. You could be outside looking at it, or you're in the land looking, and you're smiling. And anything that comes to you, if it's tears, if it's feeling overwhelmed, know that you representing peace and you can smile. And anything that's going on outside, that has happened outside today, on the news, in your home, in your community, you can smile because you are radiating peace. And this peace is going to infect others. So next Wednesday, we're going to come back again with another meditation. So just visualize yourself. Om Tam Ose Tam Fantam Chasutrae. Just take some deep breaths. Om Tam Ose Tam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Asetam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Asetam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Osetam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Osetam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Asetam 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 Vantam Chasudrae Om Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Asetam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam Asetam Vantam Chasudrae Om Tam. Oh, Yami, Olokunoset, Yamunja, we give thanks. We think thanks for the evolution, for the revolution, oh, of becoming peace today. You are peace, I am peace. And as we walk this day, we walk amongst those who are in peace. When you know your peace, everyone feels your peace. So today, I bid you peace. And if you're interested in finding out more about going to Comedic Legacy, and you can learn the words that I've chanted for over 30, 40 years, centering myself when I need to feel peace. And I need to ground myself in knowing that we have the ability to smile in the middle of conflict, dance, create dance, take out our fans, and do God's work. Om Tam Asetam Vantam Chasudrae Epa orisha orisha epa baba mi obatala obatasi. Eru ayé mi Mósè o, eru ayé mi baba. Eru ayé mi Mósè o, eru ayé mi baba. Ọbàtálá òrìṣà fínífíní, ègúrè gbogbo wa èèyàn pòrèrè. Ọbàtálá bàbá mi o, a dúpẹ́ fún ìlera o, bàbá mi Ọbàtálá, a dúpẹ́ o. A dúpẹ́ o bàbá mi Ọbàtálá. A dúpẹ́ fún meditations o, bàbá mi Ọbàtálá. A dúpẹ́ o. A dúpẹ́ fún bàbá, a dúpẹ́ fún yèyé, a dúpẹ́ fún ọmọ kékeré, a dúpẹ́ o bàbá mi Ọbàtálá. A dúpẹ́ fún ìlera o, a dúpẹ́ o, a dúpẹ́ o, a dúpẹ́ o. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be peace. Be the peace that everyone has and is seeking. See y'all next Wednesday in your white clothes. Odamo. Journal what you feel, what you felt today, if you feel like it. Or just thank your ancestors for this day and this moment. Ashe.